Coaching Tom Severs here with a system I've been asked to build from a couple of coaches on keeping live game stats and then possibly trying to come up with some tendencies during the game and to be ahead of everybody else. So this is kind of what I've written. So when you first get here, this is your main copy that you'll make copies of per game, and then if you have a system with me already for as far as call sheets or armband systems, you can import your playbook here, which I can have it do it automatically, so that you can do that. Okay, so let's go to doing a game. So if you're going to do a new game, the first thing you want to do is create a new game. So you'll right click, you'll hit duplicate, and then when you click on duplicate, it makes a copy. Then you can double click on it down here and name it. So you can put offense versus Bama. So this is our offensive playbook. So our offensive stats. You can create another one for defense if you want to keep up with both. So if you're going to choose your playbook, then you can come in here and choose. Like for right now, if you look, there's no plays you can choose from, none available. So you can, if I chose my playbook, then I can come in here and quickly be able to get a play. Or if I just start typing like something, I could find those plays quicker if you're trying to keep up with it in the box. And don't worry about the invalid thing. When you read numbers only, you get that message. It's not a big deal. So if I was looking for wide zone, I could start typing in W, and everything with W, and then wide zone left. I could just start typing those in. So there's that. Even if you don't have a playbook with me, you can come in here and just start typing your plays. Or if you know your opponent's plays and you're using this to scout your opponents, you can type your opponent's plays that you know they run so that they're easier to find quickly during a game. So right now I'm going to choose no playbook. If I choose no playbook, then obviously there's no plays. But as I start typing in plays, let's just say we call it one play verts. Then the next time I'll come up and let's do 121 sweep, old school. And then they run verts again. Well, as I've entered play, these plays are now being put to a database, so you don't have to. You can quickly find them the next couple times if they run the plays multiple times. So that's how you put in plays. All right. So I'm going to choose for right now. I'm going to choose playbook 1 because I have a playbook that we're going to use, and then how to put in these game stats. So real quickly, right here, if this is our penalty yards. So if it's a penalty, if it's offensive penalty, then we're going to put in positive numbers for that penalty. If it's defensive penalty, we're going to put in negative numbers so it correlates to the spot and down and distance. If I need to put a timeout, if a timeout was called during a play and it's going to start over, then you can put a 1 in the penalty space to indicate a timeout. You can put a 2 in the penalty space to indicate a turnover. So, and then this is how you spot the ball over here on the right-hand side, and just kind of look at it. So when you kick off, we're going to say you kick off, you always catch the ball in the negative, and you're working your way to a positive to get to a touchdown. Okay. And then in my rushing yards and passing yards and total, you can see rushing yards to the right, up the middle, and to the left. And then you'll get run tendencies and pass tendencies on 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, and so forth, all these different tendencies and which way they possibly go. So, and then over here you have all your player stats and that kind of stuff that's just kind of thrown in there just because. So let's put in a game. Let's say they kicked off and we catch the ball on the 10 and we run it to the 23. So I'd put we're starting on the 23, which is negative, where you receive is a negative. It automatically puts 1st and 10. You can always overwrite these if it needs to be something special, but it just starts off on 1st and 10. And let's say that we run, let's say counter right first. We choose it's a run play, and then we're going to, after the play's run, where the ball ends up, let's say we end up on the 28-yard line, so negative 28. And then play direction. You can say which way they went, so you'll get some tendencies later on if they're doing certain things all the time. And then if you want to keep up with player stats, you can write the player, whoever run the ball. Let's just say number 20, and then it was a gain of 5. And then right here you can put your quarterback in from the very first play. And if you ever change your quarterback somewhere, just click on it and change quarterback numbers. But right now, number 2 is the quarterback until we take him out. So you'll notice that we gained 5 yards. It automatically brings this spot over here, and now we're at 2nd and 5. So it kind of knocks out some of that work. Next play, let's just do 51. Pass play, we get to the 48-yard line, so negative 48, 20-yard gain. And let's just say that we did that to the left so you can see these numbers. And let's say 81 caught the ball. So here we are. If you look at the rushing yards, we have 5 yards total, and 5 of those have been running to the right. We have 20 yards total passing, and that's all been to the left. Later on, you can kind of see where they're heavy at passing yards and running yards. Let's say now we got a 1st and 10. So let's say that we run let's just say rodeo smash pass, and they get down. Now we're getting down closer to the end zone with big play. We're down to the 32-yard line, but now we're in the plus numbers. And let's say we run that to the right, and number 23 caught the ball. So now we gain 20 yards on that play. And if you look right here now on your 1st and 10 plus tendencies, because that was a 1st and 10 play, we're 50% run and 50% pass on 1st and 10. So later on, you might see something that kind of stands out that a coach don't even realize he's doing. You'll have some tendencies to go there. And then you have run directional percentage. And then right now, we're only put in 3 plays, so we're 100% to the right. And pass direction percentage, you can kind of see that down there too. You'll get those as you go. Kind of over-clicked on that. So as you're not going to get very many tendencies right off the bat, but by halftime, maybe something stands out and you kind of get an edge on somebody. Let's say that we score a touchdown. Let's call a timeout. Let's say we called a play. Let's do a penalty. Let's say we're going to run counter right, and before the play happened, we got a penalty, and so I'm just going to put in negative 10-yard penalty. So we do that. It moves the ball back to 22, and then you'll have to go back and put in 1st, and you'll add what you're doing at this point. You can overwrite these at any time. We'll take this back out. Let's say that we did run this ball, and let's do counter left this time instead of right. So we'll start just typing in left, counter left, and we scored. So if you score, put in TD, and then we went to the left, and number 20 carried the ball again. So we scored TD. So once you score, that series is over. The next time you come back to offense and you start again, you'll just kind of override this part right here and put your next play. So let's just say they kick off to us again, and now this time we run it back to the 40. Let's say we got to cross the 50, so we're actually on the positive 45-yard line, okay? Or it could be that we didn't get there negative 45. Just know that the negative is this side of the field, away from your touchdown, and then the positive numbers is getting into your touchdown. And then you just start choosing plays going left and right. If you want to see your stats at any point, you can look over here and kind of see which guy's doing what if you wanted to, or after the game, just kind of have an idea of what you've done. You can always go back to whatever you're using, Huddle or whatever, and get your stats too, I'm sure. But this is just for live stuff during a game with somebody on an iPad or computer in a press box. I will note that you need internet because it runs off Google Sheets. And I will say that a computer is easier to use than an iPad as far as selecting these plays and not messing up. But if you mess up at any point, don't worry about it. Just override it by typing directly over a box. If a formula doesn't show up, it's fine. Let's just say that I accidentally, you look right now, there's formulas if I accidentally delete them. And we run a play here. Let's say it don't matter. I'm just borrowing a friend of mine's playbook. Hitches, pass play, and we're on the negative 45. Let's say we got to the 48 on the positive. So we gained 7 yards, and let's say we threw that to the middle. And number 12 caught the ball. All right. So you notice normally the 1st and 10 thing pops up, but I've accidentally deleted. If you accidentally delete those out, it's okay. Just do the math yourself. It's 1st and 10. Look at either do the math yourself and subtract 7, or look at the scoreboard or whoever's doing the stuff on the field, and now you're at 2nd down and 3rd. Just type them in yourself. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Uh, Other than that, that's it. This is kind of a work in progress. I'm sure I'll make adjustments. I'll do some other things as I usually do. If that is the case and you get the system, you'll automatically get the update. This is just kind of the first run, and if it's something you think you can, useful to you, then just go to coachingtimesavers.com and just go from there. Check it out.